Sarah's partner. I'm terribly sorry to kept you waiting. A crisis in the editing.
Quite all right. Well, as a matter of fact, it gave me a chance to find out enough to make me think that I ought to phone my associate in Houston and tell him to stay there. Your partner misrepresented the facts, Mr. Judd.
I don't understand. What did Artie say?
Well, that the hospital obtained an injunction to stop your company from releasing a film.
Yes?
A human document, if I remember the wording, a human document vital to the Mental Health Association campaign. While I was waiting, I phoned them. The Mental Health Association knows nothing about your film or your company.
No, they don't. But they will. As soon as I can get to them.
Well, Mrs. Gould, if this is an example of the type of film that you distribute, well, I don't think you're going to have any luck interesting the Mental Health Association.
I had nothing to do with this trash. Artie and I have a limited partnership, very limited, thank goodness, to one picture and one picture only, and it has nothing to do with these. The air in this building reeks of pictures like Artie's. I sound unkind. It's because I know Artie. He's my brother. And he doesn't have the least idea of what the picture we own really stands for.
What does it stand for?
For help. Mr. Caldwell, there are thousands of people, many thousands of people in mental institutions under substandard conditions. This picture can help them. It exposes those conditions.
Well, and why the injunction against it?
There's a certain type of official who does not believe that the public is entitled.
That's not what I meant. What legal basis do they have?
None. Absolutely none. Shellbar Productions, which is the company Artie and I have an agreement with the hospital which allows us to make the picture. See it for yourself. Sure, simple. Not one if, and, or but in it. And it's signed by Dr. Heyman, Superintendent of Rideau Sanitarium.
You shot a film inside a mental hospital?
With their permission. That's the important point. With their permission. Now they're trying to draw a fine line which says that the agreement only gives us the right to shoot the picture, not to release it. What kind of sense does that make?
Now, this has got to be Mr. Clinton Judd.
Except that it's Mr. Ben Caldwell.
Art Barron.
Pleasure.
Artie, would you go upstairs and rent us a viewing room? I would like Mr. Caldwell to see the gates of Cerberus before we do any more talking.
Isn't that a title for you? Who does Shelley think is going to see this picture? A bunch of Greeks? I'll borrow a projector. We can look at it here.
Artie, please rent the viewing room. I'll pay for it.
Oh, boy. You see what comes of being in partnership with your own sister? Who started out in life to be an actress.
Well, what I don't see is why the state would allow a film company into one of their mental hospitals.
Not a company. One man. And they didn't allow him in. He was in. My husband, Shelley Gould. He shot this picture while he was a patient at Rideau.
Why did they let him do it?
Therapy. Dr. Heyman took a chance and gave him the very thing that put him in the sanitarium in the first place, a camera.
Your husband was a photographer.
No, he was a director. Television. Not the stuff you see now. The golden days, live television. When you see this film, you will see what defeated Shelley. He was ahead of his time. He was ahead of all the people in the business. Even me. I was a very serious actor. He was way ahead of me. Yes? We'll be right there. Yes, I want Shelley there. He's in the editing room. Get him. We're ready.
Mr. Caldwell, nothing's